All right. Now you can hear me. Hi, everybody. Hi there if you're tuning in. We're going to do something a little different. Um, really more of a test for a longer stream. Just because I got a bunch of shit today in the mail and I want to play around with it and do some shit. I want to play with it and fucking jam. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put my phone on mute. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over into our new view. And then let's go from there. So let's pop on over there. Hey, look at that. You can see my desk. So this is not anything to write home about. In fact, let's just give it a old. Oh yeah, there we go. Take a sip. Hydrate for now. So here's what I got. I've got my keyboard that I normally use, of course. But I got a bunch of keyboard building supplies. And I think what I'm gonna do is this is not a supply I didn't already own, but I got a new magnetic parts holder because I needed one of these. But important to note, I had gone to Best Buy with a couple of buds tonight. This guy was on sale for $40. God, man, the ISO is just drowning here, man. Let's give us a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. We got a little bit more, a little bit more light on it. There we go. So I've got this keyboard that was on sale for $40, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's fucking do it. Let's grab one of them. It's a 60%. It's made by Redragon, which means that, of course, the switches are hot swappable, generally speaking. I've played with it a little bit already. It is a keyboard. It is a 60%. It is a tiny boy. Everything you need and nothing you don't. It is a keyboard. Let me add chat here because I think that's going to be important. Let me go ahead and pop on over here. Copy that there. Paste it there. There we go. We got chat on the side. Look at us go. We got chat. Chat is disabled. What? For this live stream? Why? That should not be the case. Let's take a look at that. Dismiss. There should for sure be live chat. I think that saying that it's disabled is a load of bullshit. Let me remove chat there. Let me go get that chat. Let me go get that. I think that's a pop out chat. There we go. Let's get a browser source going here. We'll do a 300 by 600. There we go. We got chat going on. Look at us go. We're doing the things. Okay. So we got my current keyboard, which currently use Acro Starfish switches. This uses what Redragon calls dustproof browns, which means let me. Ooh, look at that rack focus. Dustproof browns, which means these are dog shit. So we're gonna kind of get back to that here in a second. Comes with a USB cable with a right angle C cable. Look at that. That's nice. It also comes with a couple of the extra switches and another one of these godforsaken keycap pullers that I have a small fortune of now. So we're going to get rid of this box because it no longer needs to be here. Excuse me. Set that cable to the side. We'll get into that in a second, but I want to just go ahead and add to the bag of them. I've got I've got a bunch of these. So now I've got another red one. I bought a bunch of redragon keyboards, man. They are very solid. I've got just a bag of these keycap pullers because they're cheap as fuck and everybody makes them. Let's take a look at the switches they've included. These are probably just going to go straight in the trash. You know what? No, I take it back. I was going to say something nice, but these things are fucking terrible. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're kind of dog shit. There's a tactile bump. Like, you can kind of see the tactile bump happen, but it's like it might as well just be a linear. Like, there's no fucking reason. There's zero reason these should exist. They're not good. Moving on. So what we're gonna do is we've got this keyboard to possibly take apart and do something cool with. I think we will ultimately end up. You know what? Before we get into this package here, let's plug it in. Let's give it a shot. You know, I am a merciful man if this is okay. It doesn't feel the worst. That's what I'll start with. It doesn't feel like the absolute worst thing in the world. Um, let me get her plugged in here. You know what? It's like it started but stopped. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. There we go. And at a minute, it's pink by default. Well, that's cool. Um, let's see here. I should probably. Well, we've now got a keyboard that isn't responding to my computer. This is weird. Redragon. What you doing, buddy? That can't possibly be the way they expect you to do this. There's an indicator on, you can't see it, but there's an indicator on the side. Whoa, no. Okay, redragon. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, that's function. Okay, there we go. So light on or off. We've got brightness. Do we have Oh, hey, it's Ryan. Ryan's here. We've got this little redragon keyboard. Um, and I gotta admit, crazy. I'm not crazy in love with it, man. It don't got thought. It just kind of sound like It just kind of sound like butter, and I mean like Dookie butter. It's using these nasty like silent like dirt like what did they call them? Dustproof dustproof browns. It's cool. We're okay. This is not the main event. No, like cherry browns, like closer to like kale browns. They are gross. But that's okay. This is not the main event. That is an event. Um, the lighting controls are kind of dog shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want all of them to light up, please. Okay. Okay, whatever. All right, so we've got a little 60% keyboard that we can do something with. That's not the main event. I placed an order from mechanicalkeyboards.com, and part of the order came in. So here's the deal. I bought quite a bit from yeah, it's just mayonnaise. it feels like mayonnaise. Um, so that's a packing slip. Make sure my address isn't on there. Oh, it is. Ew. Let me just get those off. So here's the deal. I had looked into like, oh, I'm gonna build another keyboard. What kind of switches am I gonna go with? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna go about it? What do I want to do? How am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So here's the deal. Here's the long and short of it. I looked around and I was arguing with myself on if I should spend the money on Gatorons, if I should go and get really nice switches, if I should get really shitty switches, if I should go and, um, spend money on more expensive switches. Jesus Christ, why staple them? Why? Why staple them? GetKeyboards.com. If you're out there, why staple them? Okay. So here's the thing. I've got my actual new keyboard on the way in the mail, but I've got part of the order here. The other part's in Arizona right now. And what came in were my keycaps and my switches. So here are the switches I got. I've got a whole bunch of them. These are from a company called Greetech. A company I had never heard of, but they are Greetech Blacks. Let me get you the old. Let me get you. Oh, look at that. We're getting fancy with the rack focus. Look at that. So we have. They're linear switches. So I mean, sound test. Pretty quiet. Rack focus back to the front. Look at us. All right. So we've gotten a bunch of these. Why? Why these? From a no-name brand that I've never heard of, and they're black switches. They're all plain black switches. Well, here's why I bought Greetech Blacks. One, they're a linear switch. They have 65 gram actuation force. They're decently made. And for 10 of them, it was $2. Yeah, they were dog shit cheap. So I bought 200 for $40. I bought a bunch of switches. I bought a lot of switches. I plan to do more than one keyboard with these. Although I'll be honest with you, this seems like 100 switches. This doesn't seem like 200. I should probably check the packing slip. Let me do that. 10 pack. Yep, it thinks that there are switch PCBG 64 20. I don't know about that. We'll have to count them later. But yeah, these were $2 for a pack of 10. And they're relatively. I looked up some sound tests. They're relatively good. I didn't find anything bad about them, and I'm all for saving a buck on a lesser known switch and just getting the best bang for buck. Like I said, $2 for 10 of them. Fuck it, 200. Why not? Now here's the thing that Mechanical Keyboards did, that I appreciate them for very much. So with every item that you get in the pack, right? I bought like 6 or 7 items or whatever. And they go, hey, you get a bonus gift. And the bonus gift can be a sticker, which I got a sticker. It could be a switch. It could be one of our switches. It could be another switch. It could be a sticker, or you could just bypass it altogether. Important to know, I only got like 6 or 7 things, and they were like, hey, what do you want? And every time outside of the one sticker, I asked them for one of their purple slush switches. This is what they look like. They're teal and purple. They look fucking great. They're called Frozen Llama Purple Slushes. They look really cool. They kind of just said fuck it and sent me a bunch of them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. They sent me 22 of them. 22 of these. I didn't ask for 22 of them, but they sent me 22 of them, and it's a good thing too, because I had been on the edge of possibly like making this my Switch instead of the Greetech Blacks. Because they're not all that much more expensive for a 10 pack. They're like $4 and some change, $4.25, $4.27, something like that for a 10 pack. They're not terribly expensive, but they were more than twice as expensive as the Greetech Blacks because they're Greetech Blacks, man. They're just not terribly expensive. So yeah, I mean, they sent me a whole bunch of them. MechanicalKeyboards.com, dude. Shout out. If you want up to 50% off, scan the QR code. Here, I'll even, Ryan, just for you. I'll even hold it up here. Here you go. If you want a coupon code for up to 50% off, go ahead and scan that QR code, my guy. Just for you. There's one on every one of these, so I mean, please. Da-da-da. Ignore my fingernails. Ugh. So now we're kind of looking at the stuff that I do have. And I'm really excited about these. I saw these, and one of the things that I wanted to do is with this next keyboard, the theme is Gengar, right? Like the new Pokemon game's coming out. It's one of my favorite Pokemons. I'm like, oh, let's make a Gengar keyboard, right? Oh, these are even cooler in person. Oh, dude, I am blown away. These are neat. These are neat looking. Oh man, and people were talking about like, oh, they're not that great. I don't give a fuck. These look cool as shit. So these are made by Taihao, which are known for being like a really good, yeah, look at that, a really good keycap manufacturer, and it's like translucent purple with translucent black modifiers. And I'm really a fan of this look, man. It looks great. The other thing to note is it's not only Gengar themed, but I'm also a big fan of the Nintendo Atomic Purple. And so I'm all for more Atomic Purple in my life. And I mean, there ain't a much better Atomic Purple than that, right? Like they're translucent, but they're not like gross. Let me see. Did I get anything else in here? I did. Oh, I got a 7U space bar, and I got a couple blanks. They sent a couple blanks over. Nice. Thanks, Taihao. Shout out to Taihao, everybody. Doing us up right. Got a whole purple keycap set. Also a replacement. Look at that. It's an international set. They also got some really cool ones, but it's an international set. So they have like modifiers for 1, 2, and 3 with the pound, as well as like alternate styles. That's so fucking cool. Alternate colors, an ISO enter key. Ooh. They sent over one of their rubberized keycaps. That's neat. It's like knurled. It's like knurled. That's kind of neat. More of a gimmick than anything else, but I that's neat. Maybe we use this here in a second. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see how this goes with this keyboard. I want to kind of play with it a bit. So that's my keycap set. I'm very happy with that. It was actually relatively cheap too, like less than $40 for a keycap set. Which is really good considering it's a Taiho keycap set. The rubberized ones usually go for somewhere like 85 or something like that, something ridiculous. Um, let me get on in here. Gotta get the extra grippy on the keeb. Yeah, we gotta. We're playing Call of Duty and shitting ourselves from too many squealers in game. I don't know. I'm just saying shit out loud. Got a grip. Got a grip with the key bussy. Oh fuck. I'm going to hell. So okay, we got my keycap set. I'm gonna set that on the ground. And now we've got this motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna try just switching out some Greetech blacks on it, just to kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. I've got both a key switch puller and a keycap puller, and I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of nothing to it but to do it, right? Let me open this guy up. Let me get this open. We'll use this to hold on to our screws. Who needs scissors? Not me, I'm a man's man. Wow, that's great, ghost meme. Cool. Magnetic parts tray because we just roll like that. Okay. So I guess shit, I guess let's get started. I need a bag. That might be helpful. I came ill prepared. That's okay. I have a bag. Okay. Let us get down to business. Give me the shit. I mean the shift. Okay. So the thing I love about redragging keyboards, man. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm just gonna scratch up the fucking plate. The thing I love about redragging keyboards is they are just so cheap for like a solid fucking keyboard. And I mean that. They like a lot of people will give redragging a bunch of shit because they're cheap and they use shitty switches, but I don't think the point of a redragging keyboard is to be the best thing out of the box. I think a lot of it is really ooh, let's there we go. I think a lot of it is just trying to get you into a keyboard. I think that's where redragging comes in is have a little bit more care in what you're typing on. And I bet you these are stock lubed to some degree, but I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't good. It's not good at all. And the layout on this keyboard doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't matter, right? Damn. This keycap puller included was kind of dog shit. Good news is I have like 5 others of them. Why are the sides glossy? That's disgusting. What the fuck? Yeah, so it's matte on the top and glossy on the sides. That's disgusting. How to make Zed hate a keycap set. Glossy keycaps. Ugh. Let me... That's gross. That's so awful. Again, it doesn't feel like the worst thing in the world. I don't even want to think about this shit. Goodness gracious. Oh, hold on. What am I doing this for? I've got a whole ass fucking... Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I've still got a... Oh, it's not in here. Oopie. Well, I tried. I have a keyboard I have a keycap puller that's a little better. And you know what? I think I might have, instead of the gray, or instead of the purple ones, I think I have a better keycap set. We'll look at that here in a second. God, it's slippery, and I hate it so much. That is, oh my God, and they bend. And they're not easy. I need to get some music playing, man. I'm sitting here in the silence, just fucking going on it. So let me get some music. Let me unplug that nonsense. Let me plug in a decent keyboard. So let's some music. You want to keep the ASMR? You don't want to cuddly? Oh my fucking God, I hate this. So yeah, keep ASMR. I was gonna say, let's not. Let's. Oh my Lanta, dude, that's so fucking awful. It's so bad. Here, let's get this stuff out of the way. It's just not even. Here we go. There we go. We'll just. Oh, goodness gracious. Fucking hell. This is awful. I hate this. Pulling these fucking keycaps is kind of the worst. And I don't want to get rid of them just in case I ever fucking go back to them. Damn. I'm going to keep the spacebar out just because that may be the one thing I need to use. Scratch easy. I hate glossy keycaps, dude. It really is the worst. I'm going to try and do some basic mods to MakerThocky. Which is going to happen after I manage to get all the keycaps and switches out. The good news is that redragon keyboards are actually quite good about how much you can mod them. My main keyboard, this guy right here, this is a redragon keyboard. So let me see here. Redragon makes good shit. This is a nice Thocky keyboard, and they make decent shit. At least for starter keyboards, which is why I'm getting the new keyboard I'm gonna grab. Oh my Christ! What is this? This is awful. Here, let me spin this guy around so y'all can get a better look. It's like I can't get in there, and once I do, it just slips off the side. What is this? This is awful. Do they want me to go top to bottom? That's gotta be what they're expecting. 'Cause that's so much easier. Let me get that out of the way. Let's get a sip of our Pepsi Vanilla Zero. We'll actually zoom out just a little bit. Adjust our focus. we're just gonna keep going. The good news about Redragon is they're actually bundling their keyboards with like boxy switches, which I really like because of keycap wobble. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's actually, yeah, let me actually get really tight in there. So you can notice there's very little keycap wobble, even in comparison to this guy over here. So this guy right here, this is another box switch, but it's a lot tighter of a fit. But this guy has a little wobble, whereas something without the boxes on the side would cause it to be super duper wobbly. I think once we're done with this, it's going to be a relatively good thing. The unfortunate part is that these shine through keycaps are really just kind of the worst. They get glossy because they're ABS. And then on the underside, they're not really double shot. What they are is a single shot with a laser cut. Like it's painted black and then the lettering is laser cut. So eventually this will wear away and you'll have like blotches on the keycaps. They're not my favorite, but they are cheap and they get the job done. So Redragon, shouts out to you. This thing was $40, full price. Like you're doing the Lord's work, getting people into keyboards. Oh, those stabilizers are lubid. Let me see if I can get some eyes or a good angle on that. Let me. So I don't know if you can see this, but this stabilizer right here, if I, well, let me put the shift key back on it. Right, so I'm just gonna pull it off, and then if we look, you see the little bit of glistening in there? They lube the stabilizers. Redragon, you went and did the thing. I'm so proud of you. Good job. $40 with lube stabilizers? Come on, man. That's kind of a jam. I can't name another keyboard at $40 that lubes their stabilizers. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah. Can always count on Redragon to make hot swappable sockets. Look at that. I'm not gonna get rid of these yet, just because they are kind of useful. But I do need to be right back because I gotta go get a. I need to go get a bag for these, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So let's go ahead and continue with this. Come on, dude. Oh, hey, Hank. What's good, Hanklin? Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. All right. God, I wish I had a better keycap puller. I ordered another one and it is on the way. But I got so excited by getting this for so cheap. I wanted to play with it. That green PCB. So good. So creamy. Goodness gracious. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. I don't know what the fuck we're listening to. But we're gonna... I'm gonna move it. Turbo speed. Preview. Oh my goodness. These guys in the corner just do not want to budge. Ow. That guy wanted to go. Jesus. Oh, I see why. Damn. That guy is just crumbling to pieces in my hands. I'm gonna just... There we go. This guy's trash, so he's going in the trash. How's your night going, Hank? Ow, my hand. This is killing my fingers, dude. Give me just a moment. Okay. It's going well. I actually got to hang out with one of my friends tonight, so it actually worked out. We kind of putzed around, hung out with my brother-in-law for a while. Glad to hear things are going well for you, dude. Ryan, how's your evening going? If you're here still. No shame if you're not. This is not exactly riveting content. We're getting there, dude. think we're doing a 60%, not a full size, dude. It's just so much better that we're not doing, like I said, not like a full size. We're getting there, dude. This might be better if I do it like this. Hold on. Let me do some adjusting. We're doing on the fly, dude. Look at us there. Hey, welcome to the party, y'all. We'll start. God damn, that hurts. My hand is killing me. That's why I hate these. Like they're so fucking labor intensive. Yeah, we got angles, dude. We got angles. We got macro, micro. Look at us go, dude. We're going nutty. We're gonna go for this guy right here. We're gonna go in and wiggle. He's gone, dude. We're gonna keep on going. I wish I could not put my hand in the way so y'all could see. I wonder, I should be able to do that. Well, no, I don't have enough cable. Ugh. Don't look at my gross mouse. Don't do it. Don't look at it. Sorry, I couldn't keep that angle up. I just didn't have eyes on the board. We're getting there, dude. Ow, my fucking hands. Ow! Okay. We're okay. We're alright. Come on. There we go. A Macho Man Ranger staff. No worries. Look good either way. Appreciate it. These switches are kind of doo-doo shit, so. Well, thank you, Chels. We also got a redragon keyboards sticker that fell out, so. She brought me that. There we go. Oh, we're almost done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left. Let's keep going, dude. Ow! Goddamn! That hurt. Four more. Go. There we go. Alright, we're free of switches. These guys are fucking terrible, man. Are these... Do they have a name? Hold on. Oh, they're Redragon's own switches. I imagine they're made by Gatoron or something, but... Here we are. Alrighty, let's take a drink. Alright, let's go in with the screwdriver. Got my WOW stick. Highly recommend getting you a WOW stick. They are actually phenomenal screwdrivers. I'm not going to do anything with these stabilizers because they're relatively rattle-free. At least for now. There we go. So there are a couple of controversial mods that I've stolen from creators online that I think I'm going to do to this board just because that's all it'll really need to fuck, you know? Got it. What is that emote? Oh, water? Yeah. Hydrate. We can hydrate too with water if you want. Let's hydrate a bit. Let's hydrate, boys. Yeah. YouTube emotes are weird. Alright, back to the grind. There we go. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is the fucking... No. You're shitting me. No. No. Okay, I was gonna fucking say, don't you fucking dare tell me. Okay. So there's our PCB. That's the whole keyboard right there. That's the brains of the operation, dude. As you can see, she is hollow. So I think what we're gonna do, we got a couple mods. One of the things that I got into because it was super cheap, right? Is I got into Hippiotex mods only because they were cheap and readily available. So I've got a couple of things we're gonna do. I need to go get my lube. But one of the things we're gonna do to the bottom of this, right, to fill it with something. We'll set the PCB to the side for a second. I've got shelving liner, which seems like a silly thing, right? But I promise it makes a difference. We're gonna do like two to three layers of this stuff in the bottom here because it's actually super easy to cut and put stuff in. I'm gonna do the force break mod, which should help minimize, at least for the stabilizers, wherever the stabilizers are. Oh, the stabilizers are on the plate. I'm gonna not really fuck with the lube at all. Yeah, you can even see it now. You can really see the lube. Yeah, those boys are looby dooby, dude. They're nice and lubed. I'm gonna remove them only to apply fabric bandage inside of this so that there is no rattle. Because right now there is just the slightest amount of space on the stabilizers, and as they are, they do rattle, which is fine, right? There's no big deal there. But we also want to minimize the amount of sound that the stabilizers make against the PCB. So we'll also probably just do Band-Aid here, Band-Aid here, Band-Aid here, Band-Aid here, Band-Aid here, Band-Aid here, which is fine, and Band-Aid here, Band-Aid here, maybe Band-Aid here. But we got lube, we've got shelf liner, we've got the whole fucking arsenal, my man. I am excited because I think we're going to get down to some good shit. So I think the first thing we ought to do is the shelving liner. That's going to be the easiest thing. Let me grab my skizzors. Luckily, I keep those right over here. And we got the good scissors, dude. We got the shing shing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. I'm just keep cutting the line I was cutting earlier. By earlier, I mean the last time I used this stuff. And we can see it kind of already fits in there kind of good. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of cut a couple layers of this stuff. We got to be inventive with it, right? I'm going to come in here and just trim this guy up. I'm going to try and minimize its interference. It's still just a bit too wide up here. There we go. And so what I do is I just kind of wrap the holes of the thing around the standoffs for the PCB. So we just kind of, here, let me get this scrap out of here. And we'll kind of back up just a little bit so you can see the whole picture. And we're just going to kind of work our way in here. Does it make a whole lot of sense to do this for like a cheap keyboard? Eh, maybe not. But you know what? I've got the stuff, you know? It doesn't cost me any extra. I was already going to use it. I would already use this. This is filled. This guy over here, this guy is filled with shelf liner. It works fine, honestly. What I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to cut 2 more layers. The first thing I'm going to do is cut just a big old chunk. So now we got a big old thing. Oh, hey! It's Monica. Hey, Monica, how's it going? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We'll adjust here a bit. What's going on, Monica? How's your evening going? Yep, that's my sister. Everybody say hi to Monica. The good part about shelf liner is that, oh, Tato's sick? Well, I'm sorry to hear that he's sick. Evening was filled with stuffed Tatos, yeah. I just need to... Just got a little bit too much. Let's get that out the way. Just make sure that our standoffs are accessible, right? And so what this does is it fills out some of that blank space in the bottom, and gives it a little bit of flexibility. So the standoffs are still available, and it fills up some of that empty space. I think I can do one more layer, and that's where I'll go. Cheese and spinach. Ooh. So we're gonna go a little short. Get rid of that scrap. And then we just need to go alrighty. So now we're gonna kind of sandwich our stuff in here. And I think when we do this, right, I usually make this stuff run a little tight on purpose, just because the tighter it is, the more of a of less garbage there is just kind of hanging out, like less wasted space in the chassis. Okay, there we go. And we can actually just push the stuff around. And for the stuff that doesn't want to work, we can just actually just cut it. And then we kind of shape it around. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good shit. Okay. So the good news is that I can come in with the PCB. And while... yeah, we've got a little bit of a problem, but nothing deal-breaking. It's really going to be just a matter of getting it compacted enough. And what it may just end up being is I need to cut right here to allow enough space for the USB-C connector to stick through, because it's all on the board. So let's trim. Trim diddy trim. Okay, have a good time. And so now when this sits down into the thing, right, the big concern is going to be this lining up. It just needs to go down. Sick. Okay. Sick. Okay. So far, good stuff. Good shit. It's going to be tight, but you know what? That's what we get for a keyboard build, right? We're starting with this build tonight because next week or later this week when I get my proper stuff in, we're going to go for that. So we've got our base done, which is good news. We're done with the shelf liner for now. And now what this means for us is we need to kind of clear our workspace and we need to start talking, Band-Aids. Now why Band-Aids, Ed? Here's why does it help? Oh yeah, no, it's all good. So I apologize. So I'm assuming you're talking about the shelf liner? This stuff here? No, it's okay. And no need to apologize, Hank. I'm assuming you're talking about the shelf liner. If that's the case, so shelf liner, what this does, right? People will fill this with foam. This will fill it with silicone, something like that. The whole reason being is there's a lot of hollow space, right, underneath the... Now, let me turn this down just a little bit. There's a lot of hollow space underneath the PCB. For the thing, and so as a result, when you type on it, it sounds hollow. It sounds almost it sounds cheap. It sounds gross. What we're doing with this is, if we have, say, for instance, now that I've got the foam in there, What we want is almost no hollowness, right? So we've got this here, and if I'm sitting here typing, and you can kind of hear, it just sounds kind of like we're thumping on stuff, right? It doesn't sound hollow. It doesn't sound like a, it doesn't sound like a, the more hollow that the chassis is, the more room for reverberance of sound. So what we want to do is we want to limit, and what we've done with here, making it so tight, is that it should line up and be just about perfect. I'm genuinely excited to see how this goes. So the next part that we're going to do to kind of help with sound, right? Like this is something that not a whole lot of people care about, but I care about it. I do this mod still because people have a certain want. There's a couple mods we're going to do the PCB, right? The first of which is going to be our Band-Aid mod. What is the Band-Aid mod, Zed? What does it do? Well, the idea is, yeah, you can. So the whole point of the Band-Aid mod is that you have a bit of fabric. You can use, like surgical tape or medical tape or whatever. But the idea is that you have some sort of fabric interfering between the stabilizers, meaning these guys on the stuff that, because what'll happen is these stabilizers go down onto the circuit board or onto the board, right? And they press against the board. And so when plastic hits PCB, which is, printed circuit board, it tends to tick. And it's kind of an annoying sound, and I'm not a giant fan of it. So I do the Band-Aid mod, which is to say, I get a fabric Band-Aid, and I cut into pieces, into 2 to 4 pieces per side. We just kind of go where the stabilizers, you can see on the board itself. The cool part about this particular board is it actually outlines. Come on, light. There we go. You can kind of see it here. So right here and right here. Oh, hi there, Manic. So these guys right here is where the stabilizer hits the motherboard, and so that's where that ticking comes from. The whole gang's here, dude. I'm so excited y'all are joining me for keyboard making. So all I'm gonna do is just put a bit of Band-Aid on there, just enough to cover where it interfaces. It's not going to interface with, any of the sockets or anything on there, but I'm going to do it for all of the stabilized keys. For this keyboard, all of the stabilized keys are Shift, Enter, Backspace, and Space. So we've got a couple we're going to do it for. Don't you waste the pad part of it? Yeah, you totally do. You absolutely waste the pad part of the Band-Aid. But these are cheap Band-Aids from Dollar General. I think will live. I just realized this isn't a tab. No, it's not a tab. Oh God, Hank. How many live streams have you been going into thinking that's a dab? It is to a dab. It does look like a dab. Okay. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stabilized keys. We've gotten 2 of the 5. Okay, we're getting there. And I think I originally saw this. I want to say this is an old school mod, man. Like this is a mod that didn't take, like, this is one that has fallen out of favor for a reason, and I don't know why. I think it's just because people have gone to screw in stabilizers, because they're kind of a premium solution, and I think this is more so just for making cheap boards sound good, which is my aim, right? Let's make it sound pretty good. As good as we can. It's not perfect, of course, but, you know, hey, neither am I. The thing we want to make sure of, though, is that we just don't interfere with these hot swap sockets. Those are the big boys. Those holes there, those silver holes. If we interfere with those, then we're in for a bad time. I'm always on board for just a cheap keyboard build, man. There's something therapeutic about making something that was never supposed to sound good and making it sound good, or at least as good as you can. I think we just need one more band-aid. Yep, chonky clicks, dude. You can do chonky clicks, or I prefer thockies. I really like... I'm going to go with stock switches on this. I'm not going to lube my switches, because I don't have the time for that tonight. That's a little off. Let's go a little bit closer. Let's fly a little closer to the sun, you know? There we go. That's damn close. You know what? Either we go close or we go home. Now, there's a mad lad who would go through and cut up a bunch of band-aids, and what he'd do is line the entire PCB with it. I am not that mad lad. That's not me. That's what it's saying. It is an elbow cough? No, we're reclaiming that. That's a dab. That's a dab, dude. We're reclaiming that. That's. Let me go get my lube real quick. Be right back. Alrighty. Let's get in place, dude. So, shout out to Superlube. And all we're going to do, and yes, I'm going to use my hands, is I'm just going to use a little bit of this grease, dude. I'm just going to fucking... It's non-conductive synthetic grease, and all I'm going to do... It sounds weird. It sounds weird, dude, but you gotta trust me. I'm just using a little bit of it. I used dielectric grease before. But you just kind of rub it on there. You just say it's Galarsis. Yeah. Okay. So we just want to get is the same lube they use on Call of Duty service. On Call of Duty services? What? Okay. Thanks, Super Lube. I don't need you right now. This is the same lube they use on Call of Duty services. I don't know, man. Because you can slap. Oh my fucking god, that is so funny. I literally, like, I'm not laughing out loud, but that is fucking hilarious. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Okay. So I could really, like go ham on this with the stabilizers, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to chance it. And I think I'm just going to kind of put the plate back on. There we go. Yep, and there is now oh yeah, there we go. There's better connection between or there's a softer terminal, or softer landing rather. There's your Call of Duty reference. For where it makes connection, and then what I'm going to do here is this guy's going to come in, and it's going to look really weird at first, but we're going to kind of smush him on down. We want it to be a little tight. The big indicator here is going to be this guy over here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with oh, there's a pudding. Everybody, it's the pudding. There's the boy. Hey, bud. What's up? Everybody say hi to the pudding. Look at him. In glorious HD. He's a pudding. Hi, bud. I got lube on my hands, bud. I can't keep doing that. Okay. Well, he's gone now. Everybody got a glimpse of the pudding for just a second. Him do be small. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of apply pressure around the board. Oh, but that's going to be bad for the PCB. Shut up. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. Everything is fine right now. And remember, we've got that foam underneath as we're doing this. All is fair in love, war, and cheap keyboards. Okay. So we're going to come back in here, and we're going to kind of do a crisscross pattern, just in the interest of keeping equal pressure. I'm going to go in with some extra strength Tylenol, if you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying, so if you know what I'm saying, please leave a comment. Leave a message in chat, because I sure as fuck don't know what I'm saying. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we appear to be seem to be doing all right. Shout out to Basic Printer and his new album, or their new album rather, and how good it fucking is. Shout out, dude. That shit's fire. I was like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna jam to fucking basic printer in the car. And you know what, man? It's not my favorite. But god damn is it good. Jesse, keep it up, man. Keep fucking slaying it. Keep murdering it. Keep flaying the game, dude. Hot fucking fire, bro. Absolute fucking fire. Bangers. Bangers. Every fucking one of them. Every last one of them. Putting you one out, buddy? Yeah, okay. One moment, I gotta let the boy out. The boy was upset with being trapped. We're in good shape, y'all. That foam is doing exactly what I want it to do. Look at that. Okay. And now, let me pause our music. Before it was super duper hollow. You can still hear a little bit of that hollowness, but it's nice and chonky, right? Like it's nice and yes, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I've got an excess of these fucking Greetech Blacks, and I think we're just gonna go run them stock. I don't think I need to go any crazy with it. I just want to go kind of in with them. Let's throw one into the fucking spacebar, right? Oh no. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. And I'll tell you why that's unfortunate after I get my side snips. Hold on. Enjoy some music. Okay, here's the unfortunate part, and one thing I did not expect. So these are what are known as PCB mount switches, right? So what this means, oh my god, get out, gross. Okay, so I'm gonna rack focus. So what this means, and I cut this one a little bit. So what this means is there are 5 pins. There is the switch pin, so that one and that one, which dictate, hey, this is on or off. And then there's that center pin, which is your center pin to align those. But it also has these 2 on either side, right? And those pins are for stabilization. So here's the deal. Those 2 pins on the side have to go. They're not going to fit there because those holes don't exist. It's not a big deal. It's just annoying. So you get a good pair of side snips or flush cuts, whatever you want to call them. You just go in, and for each one you use, you just go in and you snip them. And then you just align it up. Ow! And you got a switch. That didn't feel right, though. That almost felt bad. I've got my my space bar here still. Oh, good God. Oh. Pausing. Dude, just nailed it. So here's what I'm going to do, just because I'm concerned I might have fucked that one up. I'm going to pull this switch out. Oh, I straight up did. It jammed. Well, there are casualties. That's why these are cheap. There's tons of them. We're going to go in. Side snip. Side snip. Cool. We're going to go in. Make sure we're lined up. Can I? It should fit. But methinks they are not for some reason. Oh, you know what they are? You know what it is? It's these sockets. They're the super duper thin ones. Oh, this is gonna blow. I don't think I can use these switches, which is big sad. And it's nobody's fault but my own. But you know what? That's okay. I can, so here's the deal. I can use them, but it's gonna be like, oh, once it's in there, it's in there. Yeah, see, every one I try and put in there, it just kind of bends the pins. And so I end up having to come in with snips or something, and I have to straighten it out. And if the pin bends too much or breaks, then I can't use them. So that's 2 casualties, which is no big deal. The good news is that the vast majority of these brown switches I can reuse. Not that I want to reuse them, but after doing some changes, you can see how much thinner the pins on these are in comparison to the Greetech Blacks. So you can see these guys are the black ones. Pretty thick. These guys, these are also like rounded. No, these are flat. But yeah, you can see. See how thick those guys are and how thin those guys are. It's unfortunate, but it means that I can't use those. But no matter. If we press on. See, that went on way easier. But that also means let's give her a test. It's not as nice, but it's still pretty all right. It's still pretty all right, and that's all that matters. I don't like these switches, not even a little bit. But if it's what I got to deal with, it's what I got to deal with. And you know what I might do? Ooh. You know what I might do? Is on the keys where the thock is ultimate, meaning the stabilized keys, I wonder if these purple slushes will work. Because those are pretty thin. Yeah, that might work. These guys are decently thin, right? They might work. Let's give it a shot. Let's try it. Don't want to jam them. Oh, it's because they're also plate mount, or PCB mount rather. So they have the little lips. So we have to kind of be nice with them. No. They're just a hair too wide, man. That sucks. That sucks. Oh well. That's okay. Let's get back to the music. Oh, I think I might have a few linears left in my keyboard stuffs drawer. I might have a couple of these thinner ACO switches. I'm thinking about those are, oh no, those are clickies. Those are our phoenixes. And yeah, we're not gonna use those. Those will make a whole lot of noise and no thocks. That's not gonna be very thocky. I could have sworn I had a couple extra. Oh, actually, these are unlubed. Okay, so these are okay. I've held on to these. So these guys are lubed, or these are unlubed Otemu Skies. So they're actually not terribly silent, but let's see if these will work. And I've already clipped all these. These guys are known for having thin legs. So this should just kind of, oh yeah, like butter, dude. Like fucking butter, bro. So, you heard the whoop space bar with the browns. These are also tactile, but they're also a better tactile. Not bad. Not bad, dude. So I've got these Otemu Skies we'll use for our stabilized keys, because they're just kind of better for that. Tons of these. I love these keys, or these switches. Good shit. Do I have any other key switches? I should have some extras. What are these guys? Those are nobody. I think those are it. Yeah, those are it. Okay. These guys are my clickies, I think. No, these are tactile boxes. Those are ACO CS Jelly Blues. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to use all of these in this keyboard. I think I have enough for a full set of alphas. So I need the box for the keyboard, oddly enough, so I can see which keys are going to be alphas. I haven't done the thing of memorizing all of the switches. So we will go in with our skies. I really like these switches too. They kind of look fucking cool. There's a little bulge in there, but we'll push them down. We'll be okay. Oh, we got a key switch that doesn't want to go down. I think we'll be okay. They're going to be a little catawampus, but we'll be okay. I'm just going to kind of power through it. Oh, this is not gonna. I was like, oh, we're just gonna power through it. Um, that's what they're supposed to look like. That's what these are looking like. They're just kind of up on the plate. I just don't think they have enough. Might have a problem. Oh, I think we do. God damn it. It's okay. Good news is that these switches come out super easy. Because of course they do. I think the issue lies just in my foam job earlier. The good news is it's just a little bulk right there. And it should be easily fixable. This is what happens when you're building keyboards. Sometimes you have to kind of undo what you did, come back. It do be that way sometimes. It's annoying sometimes. But you know what? I like to think that my improved typing experience is worth it. I also think I need a better bit because this thing is too small. I don't want to fucking murder the threads on these screws. What we got? What we got? We're working on it, right? We're getting it. We're getting it done. We're doing it. We got some thought. You can see the glimmer of hope in this keyboard. It's far better than it was. And that's a cool thing about a keyboard, right? Is you can take otherwise just kind of boring, cheap, throwaway keyboards, and you can make them into something that is actually worth your time. So yeah, there's a bit of bulk. And I imagine, you know what, I think I know exactly where it is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull this out. So the issue, right, that we're running into is with the foam. Soft thought hits the spot. Oh yeah. So the issue is that the foam, right, sits on top of these ridges, or these little pegs. We need the foam to sit below that guy right there. So we may not be able to do as much foam. And I think what I need to do is kind of just move slowly here. And maybe even trim this a bit more. I'm just going to kind of work methodically. And come in with the side snips. Get it down below those bits. If I don't do that, then it's not going to sit low enough. And then we'll get some problems. Generally speaking, like I said earlier, you can kind of just force it down and we're good. Guy, come on. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of throw that guy down to the bottom. There we go. And then we're gonna kind of make relief cuts for the bits. And then they go all the way down, just like that. So now they're sitting below the threshold right there. And the idea is we want to play as close to the sun as we possibly can with that threshold. And if we can do that, then we'll get some fog. And that's what we want, bro. We want fogs. Okay. We're just going to go in. This guy's doing okay. Second layer. We may only be able to do 2 layers, right? Just whatever allows us to get underneath. Oh, no, we might be able to do a 3rd. Just takes a little bit more time, which is fine because the key switches and keycaps are going to be the easy part. There we go. And we're getting to the point where it's able to kind of sit above those things. The song is called The Idol, royalty-free 80s music. This is just fucking Flock of Seagulls. I'm running along the avenue. I never thought I'd find a girl like you. I'm planning for you. Yep, you hear it now. I've run all night and day. Couldn't get away. there we go. I think we may just do the 2. There we go. Still nice and soft and thocky, but now you can see there is a significant gap, right? So now we'll call that a waste. And my camera's gonna die. Oh no, I'm gonna have to change my setup here in a bit. We'll roll with the punches, man. I don't have a second one. I need to do that. We're gonna let the battery go, dude. It's gonna die. We'll switch to the webcam for a little while. We'll be Gucci. We'll lose the face cam, but that'll be okay. I need to get a different... What am I doing? I need another bit. Let's try this. Much better. We're gonna go right up until the thing dies. It's unfortunate, but... This is West End Girls. City of the tires, looking at the places, smelling my butt, and I'm gonna smell faces. Then I'm gonna go shit on the floor. Yeah. That's looking way better. And also, still thocky. My poor Canon T7i. It's doing as best it can. And this, now you can see, they're looking way more even. This is how it's supposed to look. Using a bit too much foam on the bottom there. It happens. These are some of my favorite tactile switches, just because of how easy they are to use. And they're not terribly heavy either, which makes them kind of perfect. Then that goes colon, quote, Z, X, C, V, B, N, M, one in the space, in the enter, in the backspace, in the shift, and then I'm just going to start going in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to use it for the num row. But that's the bracket. Sorry I couldn't use the linears tonight, guys. I was hoping to use them, but they're just a bit too thicky chicky. Doing this reverse goes way faster. You know? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0. And then I'm going to also grab this guy, which goes to the other bracket, and it's going to go into the escape key. Good shit. And then I'm going to just use these switches everywhere else. So I just don't have a whole lot that have those thin legs, unfortunately. Which is fine, because the ones that matter have better stuff. Okay, we can move on. I for sure heard this one earlier. There we go. Let's do some cyberpunk industrial mix, dude. Alrighty, we're getting there. Don't you remember, guys? The camera said it had low battery. Okay. Got a keyboard full of switches. Mismatched switches, but switches nonetheless. Good shit! Okay. So here's what I got. I actually need the box. God damn it, I threw it away. Come on, dude. You can know better than that. So here's what I got. I've got this keycap set. Ryan, this should look halfway familiar for you, man. I think I'm just gonna go with these nice double shot fucking keys. The reason I say they should look a little familiar, look at that space bar, bro. It's a fucking baton. Return key. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, this is gonna be a problem. Yeah, I figured this might not work. Here's what I'm gonna do. Well, you know, I think that's actually... Let me use this. I'm just gonna kind of sort through them. Escape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's plus minus. This is a shift. Short shift. That's a long caps lock. I'm not going to use the modifiers. That's a short. That's MN. This is going to be one weird fucking 1, 2, 3, 4 key profile. That's a short 4. Enter key, short shift. That's a num lock or num period. ZXCV. U. J is up U. Y is next to U. T is next to Y. That's not gonna work. UIOP. We're getting there, man. So numpad E. O. W. That's a 2. That's a numpad 2. Delete. 8. 1. That's a short 8. That's an I. X. 2. We're just putting on keycaps. Trying to speed run to the end here. GK. HIJKL. Bracket. I'm not going to have all of the keys necessary, but I have quite a few of them. That's a numpad, numpad, short shift. There's a Q. I'm missing an H and a B. I know I have those keycaps. This is one of them. There's the B. There's the H. Nope, that's a 3. H, where are you? Oh, yeah, and I'm missing the line, which this is an expanded key, but I don't think it's going to work in this. I'm going to have to use the one that came with the other one. Yep, we've lost camera. She has died, boys. So let's go ahead and come back over to face cam. We're going to keep going. We're getting there. We're almost there, dude. And then at this point, I think those are all the keycaps I'm going to be able to use. I think. I don't have Alt, but I have Shift, short shift. I have long control. I have a delete key. Okay. I think those are all the keys I can use from that, and then I need to just go back through these guys and find my modifiers. Oh, whoops, I just took this fucking switch out. Sounds great. Keep the return. I need a backspace. Caps lock, yep. No. This kind of looks ugly as shit, not gonna lie. But you know what? That's okay. That's tab. I don't need tab. When yeah, I think I'm not gonna be able to use the retro modifiers, but that's okay. Because I would rather give it a more cohesive look anyway. We're almost there, guys. Let me just do you a solid. Make that easier for y'all to see. Excuse me. Need another control key, I think it is. Look, I don't like it any more than y'all do. But I'm trying to go for unique here. Right there. Take the whole goddamn switch. Why don't you? Well, that's our guy, dude. Give it a little something different. So let's just kind of up my mic sensitivity here. And we're just kind of gonna have to go in with a little bit of sound test. I think what this really calls for is let's clean up a bit. Keycaps. That can go there. Keycaps. Let's take a break and we'll come back to wrap up. Give me just a second. Howdy, partners. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me get. Here we are. Alrighty. Let me go and see here. Okay. So here we go, y'all. 80 words per minute on a 60%. That's not bad. Let's. Not bad. Not bad. Good sounds. Good sounds. They're not linear, so they're not super quiet, but it's better than nothing. Let's go back here. $94 words a minute. Okay. So that's this new keyboard. That's this keyboard that is the mix of old and new with leftover parts and scrap bits. And let's go back to my main keyboard, the one that I use every single day, the one that I'm a little bit more comfortable with, thinking I'm probably going to get a better score with just because reasons. Um so we got a 94 words a minute, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to redo the same test on a keyboard I'm much more happy using. So here we go. Ugh. 80 words a minute. Let's give that one more shot. $90 words a minute. So I can get up to speed on both of these quite well, actually. Um, I'm very happy with how this turned out, minus how ugly it looks. That's my only gripe. I really like the feeling of these keycaps, these retro keycaps that came off of that terminal board, Ryan. That's why I'm saying you might recognize them a little bit. They look it looks ugly as sin like this. Don't get me wrong. This will be replaced. In all likelihood, they'll probably all go back to the original keycaps. But I mean, and then of course we're working with. So like a properly lubed keyboard and like as much time as I can take on it, like I can make a better product. This one was mostly just for shits and giggles. It's a $40 keyboard that I'll probably take apart a million times and play with. Um, honestly, not bad. I think this is not these keycaps don't lend a whole lot to the sound, but I think if we were to play some with it, I think we'd be able to get a little bit better. But I want to thank y'all for watching. It's now a quarter after 11, and I think and I think it's time for us to call it a night. Just a big thanks to everybody who stopped by, Manic, uh, you know, Ryan, Hank, all y'all. Thanks for stopping by, Monica. Thanks so much. Um, I will have another one of these streams here soon, just so y'all can vibe and shit when my new stuff gets here. I wanted to use as little as the new stuff as possible, minus the switches, just because I have a surplus of them. Because the new keyboard that comes is going to be way nicer. It's going to be really good. I'm going to actually lube the switches, all that good jazz. They should be here in the next couple days. But I'm gonna let y'all go for the night, and thanks again for popping by. Y'all have a good night, and I love you very much. Bye.